So distance and displacement we have started yesterday. Motion chapter we have started, and we have started with the distance and displacement part. So now write the difference between distance and displacement. Whatever the things we have done yesterday.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, like yesterday's question, ma'am, I understood till we took the Pythagoras theorem. Ma'am, why have you written 10 root 2 meters?
Just now we have gone through the rationalization part, no? Rational,
Yeah.
irrational number simplification. Irrational number simplification just now we have done, no?
Yes.
Then?
Okay.
Physics and maths are most places is interdependent. 200 square root 200 is 100 into 2. Square root of 100 is 10. Left out root 2, whose square root cannot be found out as a whole number. Distance and displacement. How to write as a differentiating point? First point,
Ma'am, displacement is like in a straight line.
distance is also in straight line.
Like the shortest.
Shortest distance. So first one is a definition. What is the definition of distance, Bhanupriya?
Yes, ma'am.
Distance definition is?
Ma'am, just a minute. It is.
Ma'am, can I tell, ma'am?
I'm asking one by one. Yes, Bhanupriya, quick. Yesterday only done.
Ma'am, now can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, total length of the path covered by an object is called distance.
And what is displacement?
Ma'am, the shortest distance covered by an object. That is in a straight
Not
line.
covered always. It's not needed to be covered.
Ma'am, from
Shortest
the initial
distance
point to the final.
between initial point and final
And the
point.
final point.
Where were we? Second point?
Distance is a scalar quantity.
It is a scalar quantity that is direction independent, and the displacement is?
Vector quantity.
It's vector quantity. That is, what do you mean by vector quantity?
It means that the quantity is dependent on direction.
Quantity is dependent on direction. Okay, Aditya, third point. Aditya, third point.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Kaushal?
Can I tell?
Kaushal is telling.
Distance is measured with an S.
Distance is measured with?
S, capital S.
No, that cannot be a differentiating point. Prithvi?
Mom, I was about to tell that.
No, that cannot be considered as a differentiating characteristic.
Ma'am, can we tell like when we calculate a distance, we like keep adding it while.
Hence,
Ma'am, can we give this point?
Ma'am, can I tell?
yes, Tarun.
Ma'am, like by knowing distance and time, we can find the speed, average speed of an object, but by knowing displacement and time, we cannot find the average speed of an object.
No. Sometimes displacement also can be, because sometimes distance and displacement is equal.
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes, Ashish.
Ma'am, while calculating displacement, we have to consider the directions. While calculating distance, we need not consider directions.
That is scalar quantity and vector quantity.
Okay.
Can I answer?
Yes, Vaibhavi?
Ma'am, if the direction changes on distance, the magnitude doesn't change, but in displacement, if the direction changes, the magnitude changes.
That's the reason we call it as a scalar and vector quantity.
Okay.
So distance is always positive because we are adding it up always. So it is always positive. And displacement,
Ma'am, can be both positive and negative, depending on the
displacement
direction.
is either positive or negative
Yes, ma'am.
Can be 0.
and can be zero also. Distance can never be zero. Displacement can be zero. Here instead of writing this, it's right, displacement can be zero. Keep writing along with me.
Ma'am, could you just scroll it a little up?
Yeah, 1 second, the last point I will write and then. So
Thank you,
displacement
ma'am.
is positive and displacement can never be zero, and distance covered is always equal to displacement or always greater than displacement. Distance covered is either equal to displacement or always greater than displacement.
Mom, I didn't get it.
What you didn't get?
Mom, that how come the distance like is equal to displacement?
When they are moving in a one straight path without change in direction.
But that is not always right.
What I've written, either equal to displacement or greater than, cannot be less than.
Okay, ma'am.
Displacement is either equal to or less than distance covered. So these are the 5 differentiating points between distance and displacement.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The next point we have to start now. Then it is speed and velocity. Both the terms are denoted by V, but this is V bar, arrow over it. That means, what does this mean? Arrow over it means
It depends on direction.
Depends on direction.
it depends on direction. It is a vector quantity. Now, what is speed? Speed is calculated by total distance covered in unit time. It is total distance covered in unit time. Now, when there is a competition increase earlier time, they got to know that this is considered as a something. Whenever a person is traveling, whatever the path, so total length of the path covered is called as distance. Now, after that, people started finding that is now how to compare two things. Machine, if it is a machine has been considered, or a cycle has been considered, any vehicle is moving. So how to compare the capacity of those vehicles? So they have they have taken out one quantity, which is they considered as a speed. So what is speed? Speed is to compare two things' capacity. That means how much faster they can move, or any vehicle is moving, how much slower it is moving, or a person's capacity, how much fast he can run, how much slow he can run. So that comparison can be done by knowing by giving the same time period and checking out how much distance that vehicle or a person has traveled. So that quantity is considered as a speed. So speed is a comparative quantity to compare the difference between two things. There's two distance covered by the two different objects or a same object at different conditions. That comparison is done by a physical quantity called as speed. Speed tells us the total distance covered in unit time. Unit time, that means either 1 meter, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, or maybe a 1 day, maybe a 1 month, 1 year. These are all units of time. So unit always means 1. Unit time means 1 unit of time. It can be considered as 1 second. It can be considered as a 1 minute. It can be considered as a 1 hour. So for comparison of two things, two people's capacity of running capacity, if it has been calculated, they have given the same time period. Time period is given same. And then the total distance covered by them is calculated. And that calculation, that measurement is called as speed. So speed is equal to distance by time. Therefore, V is equal to S by T. So unit of V this is a formula of speed. So therefore, unit of V is equal to unit of S. S is distance covered divided by unit of T, that is a time. The basic units, that is the SI units, we have to consider.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Can you wait for some time when I'm talking? That time only you are asking the doubt. So first have a capacity of listening. Let anyone speaking, so please wait for some time until the teacher stops. Unit of velocity, speed is calculated according to every physical quantity's unit is always calculated from its formula. So that is when it is taken as when it is not the unit or unit given by when it is not given by the name of the scientist. That time it is calculated. So here speed unit of speed is equal to S by T, means unit of distance divided by unit of time. And these units are SI units, basic units. So distance SI unit is SI unit of distance is
meters.
Meter, and times is SI unit is second. So therefore unit of speed, that is V, is equal to meter per second, or it is also written as ms to the power -1, because denominator s goes to the numerator, then it is a inverse power, so that is -1 power. So ms to the power -1. This is nowadays this method is used. Earlier time it was used m by s. Now you can use anything. That's not a problem. So meter per second or meter second to the power -1. Any one way we can write the unit of speed. That's right. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now Vidit, ask your doubt.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, like my doubt got cleared, ma'am, after I listened to it.
So try to have a patience. Let teacher complete his what he wants to tell, and then you have a doubt. He is always giving. I'm always telling after this one completing one part. Always asking whether it is clear, not clear. Anyone has a doubt, we are asking or not. And in between that you are stopping. There is a link also. This is not a regular offline classes going on. Everyone are concentrating. If you ask anything in between, their concentration, they also lose their concentration. So please wait for some time. Have patience. Everything will be cleared. It's not happen that is I'm continuously speaking. 1 hour I'm speaking and I'm not giving time to ask any doubt. Each and every time I'm asking if you have a doubt, but let me finish my time. Whatever I want to explain, please let me explain. Then only the students also are able to understand, have the link of that case. And then what is displacement? Sorry, velocity. I also lost my link. Velocity is given by V arrow. Now here speed is dependent on distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. It is independent of the direction. So that's the same way. The distance is also dependent on the speed is dependent on the distance covered. So distance, as it is a scalar quantity, the speed is also a scalar quantity. Speed is scalar quantity because it is also independent of direction. Because it is dependent on distance. Distance is independent of direction. So speed also, it is only the ratio of speed and time. Sorry, distance and time. So therefore it is also a scalar quantity. The next is velocity. Velocity is, now instead of distance, we have to take a displacement. Total displacement in a unit time. Total displacement in unit time is called velocity. So here instead of distance covered, we have to take a displacement. So from A to B moving, though object has taken a different path to cover A to B, like this he has covered, if it is taken this path, but distance covered will change in this case, but the displacement is A to B, a straight line distance. This straight line distance is a displacement. So to move from this to this, how much time is needed? So that displacement divided by time is called as, that quantity is considered as a velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement by time taken to complete that displacement. So velocity is equal to displacement by time. Velocity, V arrow over it, is equal to displacement by time. So hence this displacement is measured in terms of meter. Time is measured in terms of seconds. So therefore, unit of velocity, this is actually the SI unit of velocity, is also meter per second, or ms to the power -1. So this is the unit of velocity. And it is, velocity is the ratio of displacement and time. Displacement is a vector quantity, and on displacement the velocity is dependent. So therefore velocity is also a vector quantity. It is dependent on direction. So velocity is total displacement in unit time. It is called velocity. Then it is velocity is equal to displacement by time. V is equal to S by T. SI unit of velocity is meter per second, or ms. Both units of speed and velocity both are same. And velocity, speed is scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Is that point clear? Speed and velocity? What do you mean by speed and what do you mean by velocity? Is the difference clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is in this finding speed, we have to take is how much distance is covered by an object in given time. That is called as speed. And but velocity is whatever the distance it is covered, what is the displacement from moving from one point to other point, what is the actual displacement divided by time is called as velocity. Both have the same unit, meter per second. And velocity is a vector quantity as it is dependent on direction, because it is dependent on displacement, and displacement is dependent on direction. So therefore velocity is also dependent on direction, and hence it is called as vector quantity. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So write it down.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the first chapter, there were a few set of questions, like the second part.
Hmm.
So, ma'am, those questions also are we supposed to write?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I finished the short answers and
Short answer
MCQs.
that day I have told, and after completion I told that also you have to finish now. The
Okay,
short
ma'am. I'll
answers and
finish it up.
long answers.
I'll finish it up now. Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, is class there tomorrow?
No, no class tomorrow.
For maths also.
No maths.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, today maths class is there, no, ma'am?
Today math class is there. Yes, completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now there are meter per second is a SI unit, but meter per second is a very small unit. So distance between two cities is very large. Two cities is near about 100 kilometer, 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers. Sometimes it is 2000 kilometers also. If we start expressing that in terms of meter per second, the number will be very, very large numbers. So it's remembering that number will not be so easy. So instead of using the smaller units, sometimes we use the large, multiple units also, the larger units. So it is one of the larger unit of a speed and velocity is kilometer per hour. So we are using the speed of the vehicle when it is moving from between two cities or the larger distance when it is covering, then we are using the unit as kilometer per hour. So we need to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. You need to know the convergence between these two. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to how many meter per second. For that, here numerator as kilometer, here numerator as meter, which is a smaller unit. Denominator as R, which is a larger unit of time, and here is a smaller unit of time. So larger units can be converted into smaller units. That is 1 kilometer is equal to how many meters?
1000 meters.
1000 meters.
1000 meters. 1 hour is equal to how many seconds?
3600.
Yes, 1 hour is equal to how many
3600.
seconds?
600.
3600. So this get cancelled, zero zeros. These many meter per second. So it is 2 5s are, 2 18s are. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So this is the unit of conversion. So if we have,
we have to not convert it into decimals, ma'am.
not needed, because we have to further this and find out the different kilometer per hour into meter per seconds.
Okay, ma'am.
So just like if we have 72 kilometer per hour, speed is given in the question and we need to use it. When we are using it in our normal questions, we have to convert them into meter per seconds. So this conversion into meter per second is 72
into 5 by
with
18.
5 by 18. 18 ones are 18 fours are. So that is 20 meter per second. So 72 kilometer per hour speed is also equal to 20 meter per second. Most of the questions when there is a equations of motion, we need to convert kilometer per hour value is given in the question. We have to convert into meter per second. And sometimes meter per second values we calculated and they have asked a speed in terms of kilometer per hour. So we need to do that conversion also. Now here 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Then 1 meter per second is equal to how many kilometers per hour?
Ma'am, I didn't get you.
1 meter per second is equal to how many kilometer per hour?
18 by 5.
18 by 5.
It is
By five.
reciprocal. That is 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now do the conversions. Convert 18 kilometer per hour. Write this conversion first and I will give the questions. Solve those. Do these conversions. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute.
Yes, first answer. 18 kilometer per hour is equal to how many meter per second?
Ma'am, 5
5
meter
meters
per
per
second.
second. Yes, ma'am.
Second one,
30.
30 meters.
35.
35.
30.
30, ma'am, 30.
30 meter
35.
per
30.
second. Next
Next
one,
one is
35.
35 meter
Next
per
one is
second.
35.
35.
40.
Then 40.
45.
40.
40.
40. Then 90.
90.
90.
Kilometer per hour.
378.
378.
378.
78.
270.
270.
486.
486.
486.
486, ma'am.
Okay, so these are the conversions. You need to know this conversion. Most of the places we have to do. Other than average speed questions, except average speed questions, everywhere you have to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. So next is types of motion. Different types of motion. In linear motion, again, we have to consider as a different types of a motion. By knowing the different types of motion, there are different types of speed are present. So first, types of motion, and according to that, the types of speed also will change. So what are those? So types of motion, there are two types of motion generally, uniform and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Now, what is the difference between these two? So first,
They go uniform motion travel at a constant
Excuse
speed.
me, ma'am.
yeah,
Ma'am, my current went off, so I couldn't connect.
okay,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, is uniform and non-uniform nothing but periodic and non-periodic?
no. This
Ma'am,
is
can
in
you
a
scroll
linear
a bit up?
motion. Linear motion only we have to consider as a what is uniform motion. The linear motion itself is a uniform or non-uniform. Uniform motion means uniform. Uniform means constant. So the motion, the type of motion in which any object is covers equal distance in equal interval of time. If you check, keep on checking out the equal intervals. If you take the example like here, object is moving, very small example we'll take it, much more distance cover is not there. Object is moving from A to B. If it covers 10 meter distance in 1 second. Now again it moves from B to C, 10 meter distance in next 1 second. Moving from C to D is also in one second, the distance covered in 1 second, that is 10 meter of distance is covered in 1 second, and so on. If this way it is continuously going on. So any object is covering every seconds, for this is example, every second, if it is covering only 10 meter distance every time, so then this type of a motion is uniform motion. Object is said to be in a uniform motion. So object is said to be in uniform motion if any object covers equal distance in equal interval of time. then that object is in uniform motion. Every time, whatever the distance it has covered, it is always equal. 1 second duration we have taken, so it is always covering. From D to E also, if it is taken, point from D to E, it is moving. That is also 10 meter distance. And again, it is covered in 1 second time. Then we can say that's continuously, whatever the interval we have kept same, constant. In that, the same distance is traveled by the object. So that object is said to be in uniform motion. So if we calculate the speed in uniform motion, it is always constant. Speed is equal to V is equal to S by T. What is the distance? 10 meter by 1. So that means 10 meter per second is the speed in first interval of a time. Next, B to C moving. Speed will be 10 by 1 again. So that is 10 meter per second. Now moving from C to D. Again, it is a 1 second duration. Time, a distance covered is 10. 10 by 1 is 10 meter per second. Here also 10 meter per second. So that means every time and every interval of a time, the speed remain constant. So such speed is called as uniform speed or constant speed. So speed of the, in uniform motion, speed of the object always remain constant because it has covered equal distance in every interval of time. In the same interval of a time, it has covered the same distance. So therefore, its speed also remains same. Speed won't change. That is uniform motion. Now exactly opposite is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means intervals are same, but the distances are not same. Or maybe distance covered is same, but the interval is not same. So non-uniform motion. If an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So time interval is same, but the distance covered is not in uniform. Just like your speed, whenever you are moving, do you always maintain the same distance? You will cover the same distance every time, in every interval of a time. Then object, any object, uniform motion is not possible in any of the object, vehicles generally. Then object is said to be in non-uniform motion. So for example, moving from A to B, 10 meter, it is 1 second duration. It has covered 10 meters. But in here's increase the speed. In next 1 second, it has covered 20 meter per second speed, distance, sorry, 20 meter distance is covered. From moving from again C to D, time duration is 1 second, but it has decreased speed. So it will come to, it has covered only 15 meter distance. Maybe traffic is more. Again from moving D to E, next 1 second, it has covered 30 meter distance. Because again, there is no one is there. So it has, it has traveled faster. So in this case, what happened? The time interval is same, but the distance covered is not same. So this type of a motion is called as non-uniform motion. And the speed is also not uniform. Speed is also changing. So in the first, moving from A to B, speed will be 10 meter per second. In the second case, it is 20 meter per second. In the third case, it is 15 by 1, means 15 meter per second. In the fourth case, it is 30 by 1, that is 30 meter per second. So every time, every interval of a time, the speed is not constant. So such speed is called as non-uniform speed or variable speed. Non-uniform speed, or it is called as variable speed, where speed doesn't remain same. It is continuously changing. Every interval of a time, it is continuously changing. Just like when you're riding a cycle, when you see there is a more traffic, you decrease your speed. So you will cover lesser distance. When no one is there on the road, you will increase your speed. So that way, by that way, you will cover a different distances, more distance in the same interval of a time. So therefore, always, most of the time, the vehicle always moves with variable speed. Okay. So these are the uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and the speed in uniform motion is always constant, but speed in non-uniform motion is a variable. Now this variable speed, so when the object is moving with a uniform speed, we will calculate the speed is equal to distance by time. Now what about the variable speed? So now how to exactly tell about the variable speed? Speed is continuously changing. While moving from one place to other place, the speed is continuously changing. So the proper measurement, for the comparison, instead of measuring the speeds at every interval of a time, we will find out its average speed. Instead of finding speed for every interval of a time, generally we calculate the average speed of the total journey. Whenever object is moving with uniform speed, in that case, the speed is calculated by the formula distance by time. But when the speed is not constant, it is continuously changing. Instead of finding many different speed at every different intervals of a time, generally the comparison is done by using average speed. So the average speed is calculated for variable speed whenever object is moving with a variable speed. So average speed is calculated by the formula total distance covered by total time taken to cover that distance. Total time taken to cover this much distance. Now here any person is moving from suppose Bangalore to Mysore, approx 300 kilometer distance. But every time the person is not maintaining the same speed, he is continuously changing. So instead of finding out that is first 10 minutes what was the speed, after 10 minutes what was the speed, again after 1 second he has changed the speed, again after 2 seconds he has decreased the speed. It depends on the traffic situation. So in that case, finding out every interval speed, you have to calculate the average speed. And that average speed is calculated, it is a cumulative value. So cumulatively, it is calculated what was the total distance that vehicle has covered and how much total time has been taken to cover that distance. So that is called as average speed. If an object, object, okay, consider, not object, if a car moves from Bangalore to Mysore, if we consider, approx 300 kilometers, covered in 3 hours, then average speed will be
100 kilometers.
100
yes.
kilometers per hour.
So average speed is equal to
300 by 3.
total distance is 300 kilometer by 3 hours. So it
100
is
kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers
100 kilometer per hour. Now in covering this 300 kilometer at every instant, the speed was different. So that is, we are not taking into consideration. What we are taking into consideration, what is the total time taken and what was the total distance covered in that duration of a time. So that is the measurement is called as average speed. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so write it down all these points. From uniform motion, types of motion.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in uniform motion, does the object travel in a straight line, ma'am?
Yeah, it is always straight line.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, sometimes the direction changes. That also we can consider as a uniform motion. Though direction changes, at that time, then in that case, instead of the speed, we can consider as a uniform velocity. Velocity will not be same, say speed will be same in that case. Velocity is because the direction changes, so therefore, this one velocity also will change.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So uniform motion, it's not needed to be moving in only one direction, you can change the direction. That's not a problem. Then also we can consider as uniform motion.
Ma'am, only so much?
Ma'am, could you scroll it little up, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am.
Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now those simple questions based on the average speed part. So this is average speed. Finding average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. Yeah, one more thing, that is average velocity now. If you want to find out average velocity, then also there is a formula, the same thing. What can be the average velocity formula will be there? Average velocity?
Ma'am, total speed upon total time.
Total speed?
Total displacement by total time.
Displacement upon total
Yes.
time.
Total displacement
Displacement.
divided by total time taken is the average velocity. Okay, so in these questions, an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds, then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? So for finding average speed, you need the total distance.
Yes, ma'am. 16 meters plus 16 meters.
Total distance is equal to 16 meter plus next 16
32.
meter, that is 32
32.
meters. Then total time is
6 seconds.
4 seconds plus 2 seconds, that is 6 seconds.
Ma'am, should we write these?
Yes. So then average speed is equal to total distance, that
By
is
total
32
time.
divided by total time is 6.
5.33.
So 16 by 3, that is 5.33 meter per second.
Yes, ma'am.
The next question, Vishnu swims in 90-meter long pool. He covers 180 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along the same straight path. Find the average speed and average velocity of Vishnu. So for average speed, you need total distance. What is total distance?
Ma'am, 180, no, sorry, 90 plus 90?
Yes, 90 plus 90. He's moving one side and again coming back. So 90 plus 90,
180.
that's 180 meters. What is the total time taken?
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
1
Which is
minute.
equal to
80 by
60
1.
seconds.
So we need to we have to find out either in meter per second or kilometer per hour. So we have the distance in meter. That means time needed is in
180 by 1 is equal to 180 by 60.
time should be in, you can
Seconds.
calculate
Seconds.
only in meter per second or kilometer per hour. No any other units should be used. So
Ma'am,
here,
is meter per second.
yes, meter. Total distance is given in meter. So time should be in seconds.
60
So
seconds.
1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So
180
therefore,
by 60.
3 meter
average
per
speed
second.
is equal to
3 meter per second.
total distance is 180 divided by total time is 60, that is 3 meter per second. Now we have to calculate average velocity also. For average velocity, you need total displacement. So what is the displacement here?
0, ma'am.
By
0.
It is 0 because it has moved forward and then again came back to the initial position. So that means the both initial and final positions are same. So therefore total displacement is 0. If total displacement is 0, then average velocity will be 0 by
0.
time is 60 seconds it has taken. So it is 0 meter per second is the average velocity.
Can you scroll up? I have to write the.
Is this clear? This is a simple way, simple questions. Complexity will keep on increasing in the average speed questions. There are more complex questions are also there. I'm starting one by one, simple to complex ones.
Thank you. I'm done.
Next question. A train takes 2 hours to reach station B from station A, and then 3 hours to return from station B to station A. The distance between two stations is 200 kilometers. Find the average speed and average velocity. Now, in this case, what is the total distance covered?
400 kilometers.
Ma'am, can you go up a bit for just 1 second, ma'am?
Done?
Thank you, ma'am.
Now here, object is moving from A to B. Distance is 200 kilometers. It is covered in 2 hours. And again, he is returning from B to A back. So the distances remain same, 200 kilometers. How much time taken? 3 hours. So we have to calculate the average speed. Now moving forward and coming back both together. So total distance covered is equal to
400 kilometers.
400.
200 plus 200, which is 400 kilometer. Total time taken?
5 hours.
2 plus 3, 5 hours.
5 hours.
2 plus 3, that is equal to 5 hours. So then what is the average speed then?
400 by 5,
Kilometers
400 by
per
5, 80 kilometers per
80
hour.
Total
kilometer
distance
per
is
hour.
400. Total time is 5. That is equal to 80
kilometers per
kilometer per hour. It is the average speed. And what is average velocity?
0 kilometers per
Zero.
Average velocity is total
0 kilometers per hour.
displacement by time.
0. Velocity. 0 by 5.
That is 0 by 5, which is 0 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this way you have to calculate average speed and average velocity. So write down this question.
Done.
Then we will stop today and
Done, ma'am.
okay. This one, I'm giving you one worksheet of motion chapter. In that first 20 questions, which are related, depends on the distance displacement and normal uniform speed part that you are finishing. I will tell you the question numbers. I will send you the worksheet and question numbers. I will send you that many questions you have to finish. Those are normal speed formula.
When should we submit?
Yes, ma'am. When should
It will not take much more time. Monday you can do it easily. You can do that one. Just simple class 6, 7 type of questions are those. After that, when average speed questions are there, so those are somewhat complicated. I need to explain you on Monday.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have to complete the worksheet by Monday, right?
Yeah, not full worksheet. Full worksheet has near about 100 questions.
No,
There are
like
20
the
questions are
questions.
there. Yeah, there are